All right, boys and girls in triangles, welcome to another episode of the Triglavian Times, otherwise known as the Clusterfuck. And what the fuck, CCP is
Ah,
giving us another salty episode. Got Reece
what's up?
and Kylon.
Hello.
Um, yeah. Oh, CCP, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was
Well, they
so
saw what Netflix was doing and they said, why not? Let's do that.
let's do that. And they didn't look at what Netflix stock did the second they did that. They were slated to, I think, net another 1.5 million users in first quarter of this year, and instead they lost 200,000. I don't know. I was excited. I know when we were originally talking about this weekend's episode was talking about the structure changes, NFTs not for tranquility, the blueprint changes, and then this shit dropped. So congrats, CCP.
I mean, you take all this semi goodwill, the hope that CCP is going to do something decent, and then you just take a bunch of gasoline and you throw it on a fire and it just explodes in your face.
Oh.
And then you're like, why is everybody reacting like this?
Oh, we have to shift to keep Eve alive. Dude, you're not my
Nope.
rent. My rent went up $250. I've been running around looking at buying a house because rent is too damn high. You're a luxury item. If I want to cut you out, I will. Like I am doing. I've already told these guys. I have 6 subbed accounts. So CCP's 33% raise of price, I am countering with a 1/6 amount of subbed characters. And I love it.
What about you, Kylon?
Yeah, I mean it's with 4 accounts, it would be going up from, if I paid monthly, it would be going from $60 to $80 a month, and it's not too bad. An extra $20 bill every month, not too bad for me. But if I had 10 accounts, it would be or more, it's significant. And then if you're trying to even get back to the $15 a month price point,
Yeah.
you're paying for what, 2 years at a time?
Well, 2 years is like 11 something. But yeah, it's a little bit closer to.
Most of us probably don't have a couple thou laying around
No.
to throw on that. I mean, even though you only have to do it once every few years, but
No, not with, for me. Like I'm trying to buy a car. I'm looking at houses. Like I don't got money sitting around. So thanks, CCP. It
Well,
was perfect time for me to just be like,
Well, it's also a war against people who can't pay 2 months in advance. It's like, hey, man, we know you don't have a lot of money and this is your outlet. So pay us 33% more or get fucked.
yeah.
I mean, is it ultimately going to mean more work for people who flex their accounts with ISK as well? That's the part I don't quite understand.
The
I
Plex
believe so.
price is going to go up. So the amount of ISK to get that Plex is going to go up. It's a giant clusterfuck all around. I was almost
This,
contemplating buying the $500 pack of Plex and just sitting on it until Plex is at its high point and just selling it off and being like, haha, several more billion than, a year ago.
well, the speculation is 4.5 mil per plex.
Yeah.
We got some people talking in the chat today talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like the who's going to pay for 2 years if we don't know the game's going to exist in 2 years. I agree.
Are we going to get a refund for that?
Fuck no. They'll laugh to the bank with our money and say we already paid for it. God, I
Didn't you
thought
read the terms of service? It says no refunds.
I thought we'd get away from like another salty episode, not like salty episode, a normal episode, salty episode.
I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, and we were gonna joke about me running for CSM too.
And you know, I'll tell you, I have honestly considered dropping Netflix like in the past week because I look at my bill, it's what, $21 or something. And I don't think I'm sharing it with anyone anymore that I know about. And on top of that, I'm a creature of habit. I watch Star Trek in rotation, and that's the only thing I want to watch. And they don't carry anything. I think the only thing they have now is Deep Space Nine, which is the best one. But I don't want to watch just that one.
At that
So
point,
it doesn't have what I need, and I've got the Paramount Plus thing through Amazon Prime Video, which seems to work just fine on all of my devices. So probably looking at dropping Netflix because I mean they don't have shit that I
that's what
want
I
to
was
watch
gonna tell
anymore.
Kylon. I was gonna be like, yeah, just drop Netflix, and if they don't have it on Prime, just buy it. Like I do that with random shows that get cycled off of all the streaming services.
Well,
So supposedly we're getting some really big improvement that
Yeah,
would make it worthwhile. Let's hope. Let's hope.
I
I'm,
know.
I'm gonna quote a Redditor.
Hope and
This
see.
ain't no. This ain't Kickstarter.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, oh, what the fuck, CCP? Like, you had 2 years of COVID pretty much. Yeah, I know you couldn't really have people sitting down in your office and doing shit and working together in teams, but you had 2.5 years, and basically the last thing that was big was Pokemon came into existence and Invasions 3, and that was it. Everything else was small little tinker fucking and pissing us off.
Do you think we're about to get some sort of advancement of the Triglavian
No,
storyline?
no. I mean, from what I heard, because I finally caught up on podcasts, listening to podcasts, which I do want to shout out Alexia Card for shouting out Kybernaut some because we've been helping them out a bit, doing some helping them out with some merc contracts. But like most of the stuff that I've heard on other podcasts with CCP members on it is they like some of the things that Pokemon provides, and Rattati had the balls to be like, oh yeah, the entire player base wanted Gates to be down because it was originally supposed to be Gates, put effort in. I'm like, yeah, you got rid of the effort. Like the people that wanted to be here put the effort in to Pokemon, and then what? 4 months later, you go, people are lazy and don't want to do this, so let's just get rid of the standings requirement. But they like what Pokemon did because there's a lot of weird stuff. They also brought up potentially building structures in Pokemon again, which will fucking suck because the null blocks will just move in permanently. But I don't think they'll do another thing like Pokemon. And I don't think they're going to continue the storyline, at least not yet. They need to do some drastic shit. Supposedly there's some stuff in the works for faction warfare and a couple other things, from what I remember from some of the podcasts, but Pokmon's not going to get an extension. I know everyone's got their hopes and dreams of like, oh, maybe Pokemon will link to like Jove Space or something. And it's not going to fucking happen. It's too niche. Just like this podcast.
I do really want that third gate around
I
the
know.
anchorage to go somewhere.
Yeah, the world arc sort of stuff. Why
Yeah.
can't we do more with it?
They
The
could make it a
problem
place
is,
that's like so hard that no one can live more than like one server tick after jumping in there. And so it'll be a race to figure out how to live in there for more than 1 second.
well,
Hey, I mean, they kind of rolled back strategic strike. Brick tank the hell out of a ship. Maybe it'll last 2 server takes.
Mhm.
well, there is the two current leading theories for what they're announcing at FanFest, and one is the first-person shooter crap.
Yeah.
Which, if you say it's going to be the first-person shooter, I'm out the door, man. There's enough shooters out there that are better.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna announce. We were talking about this in Kybernauts a couple days ago, like 2 days ago. I think it was Friday night or Friday afternoon, and we were all just like, I have nothing fucking slotted right now. Like this is gonna be they're gonna race to throw a bunch of random shit, pretty picture stuff to show us for FanFest and give us all these lofty hopes and dreams and be like, yeah, but this shit probably won't be implemented for like 2 years.
But here's the other thing. Why are you charging us when you haven't been showing us good faith?
Yeah.
Like, you keep screwing up basic patches and you say, trust us, guys, we can get this roadmap, which is what it'll be, out. I don't see them dropping hard content at FanFest and a follow-up within a month. I
No,
don't see it.
but we should just move all Trigavian aligned players over to Tarkov.
Hmm.
No,
No, I wouldn't do that.
I don't think they understand that they're shooting themselves in the foot. They basically put themselves as the most expensive MMO per month. Yes, I know you're not buying the game, but that was like the nice thing is you weren't buying expansions every time a new expansion came out. So it always kept me around longer in Eve because I wasn't like, oh, they just did a new huge update and I don't have to pay for it. Awesome.
So here's my question. Y'all have been playing a little bit longer than I have, of course.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a time where Eve had expansions?
They
And
were
actually,
expansions, but you didn't pay for it. It was just a huge update.
Yeah, everybody got them by default.
Yeah.
but there were actual, like, they were announced, they kept
Yeah.
to more or less the timeline, and they delivered.
It'd normally be like a year and a half or two, but they'd announce it and you knew basically once a new one came out, okay, in about 2 years they're gonna have a new one coming out.
Which is healthy for the game.
Yeah.
But now we've been stagnating, and the excuse is, guys, just pay more and then trust us. But here's the
Or
other scuttlebutt.
or
It's going to
full
be Eve 2 that's
or
announced.
yeah, that's the other one that I keep laughing about. Or they, you pull a me and just go, well, fuck you, CCP. Like, I'll drop down to one account out of my 6 subs accounts and laugh my way to the bank. Like, literally getting rid of the luxury tax. Yeah, can't mine like I used to, but whatever. I don't care.
I
Be more
just
fun
don't
for me.
know.
That I just don't. I don't get. I mean, I get why they did it when they did it because they're hoping that they show enough of glitz and glam during FanFest, everyone will be like, "Oh, that's a bitter pill that I'll just swallow."
What if
But
it's new ships?
okay, now if it's a full line of trig ships with like T3Ds, T3Cs, I
Yeah.
might be very swayed.
I don't know. But here's the question. When are they going to put them out?
Never.
That's the other question. It's like, oh, look at all these pretty ships. Oh.
I mean, they've said that they've had trig ships ready to be implemented whenever they decide to for a while now. So
Then stop playing games with our heart, as the song says.
yeah, I need that hauler.
I mean,
People need more stuff.
They've got the covert Nurgle and the covert
Yeah, the
Ikatursa.
AT ships.
Yeah, they could just start distributing those more often.
I don't even
They
know,
could
or
balance
just
them
nerf
better.
them down a little bit and make them
Yeah.
real ships in the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make them like V2s or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Change the name of the AT ship and just make another version that's more balanced for day-to-day use.
Yeah.
Oh, someone asked, how does this help the new player experience?
I don't know. Sledgehammer's doing a good job with the NPE. He made Pachman,
Yeah,
so
from what I hear, it's pretty nice now.
But you can't charge $20 a month for this. You can't.
no.
You can't, because every other MMO out there is at that $14.99 price point, more or less. Final Fantasy, WoW, I don't know, all the others.
Dude, don't knock it. I played Final Fantasy for a fucking long time, but
I mean, I'm playing it these days because I'm not going to pay any more sub to CCP. Screw those hippies.
Yeah. But I mean, all I'm seeing is basically CCP, if they don't come out with something great to come out of FanFest and they don't have something implemented in the next like 3 months of that they announce at FanFest, they're fucked. I think the player count's going to drop. So, I mean, I know I have like 2.5 months of my alts and I'm not resumming them. I'm pretty pissed at this point, even if they do drop something pretty and shiny and nice for us. I really don't give a fuck at this point. I'm going to drop everything but my main. And I'm stripping my alts of everything and making my main fat and happy.
I would tell you this though. If they drop the price to $10,
It's 1173 if you buy 2 years a month, technically.
no. I mean like single account,
Yeah.
single month. If they did it at $10, I'd sub 2 account, but not one for 20.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, hopefully, maybe if they do something with faction warfare, they add some other cool stuff in. They give some newer, more interesting things than just like, hey, look, we unfucked what we fucked. You should be happy. Kind of patches. Maybe I can see the $20, but I don't know, dude. I'm at the point where I just don't want to deal with it. I'm dropping down. I'm hoping maybe with this price increase, they'll focus more on making it so everyone should be piloting one ship, not multi-boxing.
True. But multi-boxing, they just love it so much, even though in
Yeah.
the long term it's hurt them.
Yeah. It's because they get one person subscribing to like 6 accounts like me.
I don't know. It's a tough time for everybody.
Yeah.
I just think that there's better ways to monetize, and they're like, oh, the skins aren't enough. They're not scalable, and they're not,
Oh
all
my
this stuff.
God. I hate that shit so fucking much. CCP could make so much fucking money off of us if they just did certain things with skins, with giving us goddamn cat ears already.
Dude, you could sell cat ears for $50.
Yeah, and I'd probably buy it.
Actual $50.
I'd probably only buy it for my main, but I'd buy it. Just because who doesn't want fucking cat ears?
I'm telling you though, people will pay $50 for it. Give it till FanFest before hating? No way. They screwed up the last few patches. They didn't seed BPOs. They didn't seed the basic things for those patches. And then they say, well, we're going to charge you in advance and then promise you the world later.
Yeah.
I'm not trusted.
Nope. And I think
Also,
tomorrow, today, I think today is like the last day to buy the Omega time at reduced price before the price gouging begins.
yeah, also in chat they're like, drop it on Friday night before office closing time was an insult. Yes.
Yes.
It is well known in the media world, you drop something on a Friday to make it disappear.
And when I looked at Reddit, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I scrolled for pages before I finally found something that wasn't shitting on CCP for increasing the price.
Also promising the world in 11 days. What's that, Kylon?
Well, yeah, you know how people on Reddit are. They're especially vicious this time.
Yes. This is
Yeah.
worse. This is probably the worst I've seen Reddit go on something. Most of the time, it's like, 5 or 6 posts just jabbing at CCP for forgetting to seed BPCs or BPOs. Like, normally it's just jabs at CCP, but this is
Because I asked other MMOs don't cost as much, but I don't want to play any other MMO.
I don't want to have to find another MMO, but you're making it hard for me to justify paying into this.
I asked myself, if weed was $20 more, would I still smoke it?
Yes.
Probably. Maybe not quite as much.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I've just lost in what
I
their game is
mean,
right now.
that's $60 a year, you know, just for one account.
Yeah.
Also, there was a guy on the subreddit showing the Japanese yen conversion, and it was like a 50% raise.
Oh shit. Well, I know the
Damn.
Canadians are pissed because they're up to like $27 a month.
Yeah, and I was talking to some people, I guess, in Bredfleet that were they're Brits, and I was like, so what about your VAT? Because your VAT's going up because the sub fee's going up. How much are you going to end up paying? It's not going to be 33%.
No, it's more because the Brits got hit in 2020 with another increase,
Yeah, I remember that.
and everyone in Britain was pissed off. I think it was because of thank you Brexit. I don't know. It puzzles me their scheme. Like I know we'll find out once FanFest happens what their grand scheme is, but like the
I kind of
way
expect them to to retract it partially, like come down to $18 or something.
yeah the way I have a feeling that is going to happen is everyone's going to mass scramble buy Omega this weekend, either if it's for a year, if they plan on just sticking out for one more year to see what happens, or someone like me who would probably just be like, well, my account deactivates in like September, so I'll just buy 6 months. But it fucking puzzles me. Like,
I mean, there's so
are
many
they are
ships
they
with
are
like
they
no skins.
are they scaring the shit out of people with a $20 price hike? So everyone mass buys Omega Time this weekend with a sale, and then FanFest will announce, "Oh yeah, we're scaling it back to 17.99."
Nah,
There's that slight inkling that they might be trying to money grab it.
dude, if they do that and they just, oh, we'll just raise it $2 instead of 5, I'm still out because that's dirty tactic.
Yeah, I don't know. I love this fucking game so much. Like this is one of the few games where you get into your community and you have fun with your community of people, and I mean you have your little tribe and you hang out with other tribes that you get along with and do stuff with them. But like most other games aren't Eve, and that's what it's it's scaring me because I know this could be the death song. If they fuck this up and we get nothing out of this and their FanFest lofty goals is shit that's not going to get implemented for 2 years, Eve's fucking dead. It just is.
Ashtarothi, I saw Ashtarothi had said, never before has a dev team put so much on the line for a release.
Mm-hmm. Basically, their release in like what August or whatever, probably better be the best fucking thing ever to come. Basically, like an Eve 2.0 kind of release, or they are fucked.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
Here's the thing, though. Do you think they can deploy whatever they're talking about in FanFest
no,
within a couple months? I
no.
don't see it.
Unless they've
I
been
also,
working on it. Unless they've been working on it since Invasions 3,
I
I
doubt that.
I don't think it's gonna fucking happen.
I doubt that because they've been bleeding subs and they could have gotten more subs by saying, look, this is in the pipeline for this date,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I don't know.
the standard CCP bullshit response to that is, well, we haven't been able to have FanFest for a while, so we can't like hype things up and tell like show the roadmap. Yeah, you can show the fucking roadmap. Have a dev post that isn't like, hey, we're increasing to $20 to give you what Eve is worth. It's not worth 20 fucking dollars.
I mean, I can see like many things could happen. I put a bingo card up in the
That was a good
episode
bingo
thing,
card.
and I was just thinking about the silly things that they would announce. Maybe you should show it. I mean, I think it's
Ah,
got some dumb things in it. Like
uh,
I
if you
put
guys
on
can
the
find a
meme.
link, I don't want to fuck around too much because I'll
Well,
have to
I
hop
memed around
around
with it
Discord.
and said like, we are hiring more devs. The power of two. I can't remember who recommended that, but that was like something special about that. Crossover event with Halo
Oh yeah.
added to Xbox Pass. And there is a rumor going around that MCT will be for all the characters on an account, or when you're paying the higher fee, you get all the characters training at the same time or something.
Doubt it'll
I
happen.
doubt it.
That's loss of money for them. They won't do it.
My bingo card has there's more prosperity now than before 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even 2 years ago. More tie-ins, more Doctor Who or other things.
Yep.
Dynamic mineral system. Like the dynamic bounty system. See, that's another thing I want to point out. So if they want us to stay around, why do they keep nerfing revenue streams in game?
Because remember, it's the age of prosperity now.
Like, wow, I can't rat anymore unless I have the beacon, and I can only do that so many times a day. So I need more accounts so I can do it more, so I can do this more. They're like, brah, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Today was supposed to be a fun episode of talking about the nice changes we liked, and me floating the idea of running for CSM for shits and giggles under the I will bring
So
Eve.
you're running for CSM?
I will. Well, I was contemplating about it, but now I don't think so.
Ah.
I was gonna do cats, booty, and memes party. But fuck, dude, like it saddens me that this happened because there's so much fucking good.
I don't know. I just wish it wasn't going down like this. They could pull this off if there was a bunch of content coming through and there was a lot of good stuff going on. But right now, with everything just being absolute shit, it's a slap in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. For Killstar TV. This is not wine. This is homemade blackcurrant liqueur.
Nice.
I normally drink beer, so 30%, 35% booze is my go-to today.
So what do y'all think about the Russian explanation that none of their subs can get the money to CCP
I
now?
get it. I understand it to a degree, but
Can I throw the elephant in the room here? If Hilmar's so big on crypto, why isn't he accepting crypto as payment? And then they don't have the Russian problem anymore.
I will accept payment in Dogecoin coin.
Bitcoin, freaking Ethereum, whatever the hell. Oh, not, hey, we're worried about our gamers from Russia. No, get fucked everybody else.
Maybe it's more difficult to accept crypto than we think. I don't know.
I don't know. He's the expert because he's boozing with those people. Trying to be special.
I mean, I can get the reasoning behind it for losing that entire market of players, and technically at the same time you're losing any Ukrainian players. A lot of Eastern European bloc players are probably like, well, I have scary shit happening close by. I'm probably not going to be focusing on playing video games. I can see a dip there, but
I don't know.
if you're
It's a tough thing.
the thing is the age of scarcity, and then redistributing ore, and then coming up with all these funky little fucking ideas to try and fix things and correct things. Like, the market was fine before. You should have just said, fuck it. Big blocks are going to be able to build shit tons of Titans and Supers and Carriers and Dreads and Faxes. They have 20,000 fucking people in their alliance. They're going to be able to make it one way or another. And moving shit around a little bit isn't going to change anything. You basically are screwing the little guy, like someone like me, who when they first joined Eve wanted to fly the big shit until I realized it was a fucking joke. You're screwing someone like me who isn't in a big block out of potentially buying like a dread or a carrier just for shits and giggles. I mean, I still might buy a Zenitra, but fuck. 20 billion ISK for a dread when I can get a regular dread for probably 12?
Okay, they're fixing that, man. Don't worry. They're cutting the blueprint requirements.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
worry,
getting
guys.
3 or 2 or 4 to 1 run instead of 1 to 1.
Didn't they make them cheaper to build
A little
recently?
bit. They're trying. There's been things going around that they want to make dreads easier to build because they want the dread bombs going on.
I don't know. It's just a lot of questionable decisions, and CCP Rattati just needs to go.
Fucking hate that dude. Listening to him, I can't remember if it was on Less Than 10 or Declarations of War. I almost punched out the window of my work truck when he was saying some of the shit about Pachman. I was like, you are fucking full of yourself. And and what's funny is he's a dev, and he said, "Oh yeah, Pachman has every type of mineral in it." No, it doesn't. It doesn't have
No, it
Mexilon
doesn't.
and doesn't have titanium. Not titanium. It doesn't have Mexilon and pyrite. I'm like, do you even know your own fucking game?
Bro, he totally knows his game, man. What are you talking about? You just
Like,
don't see the bigger picture. You don't see the big picture, man.
like him talking was like, are you fucking kidding me?
So, are we gonna call it that someone's going to pull a Will Smith moment at FanFest?
Oh, uh, one of our former members from our alliance, he's part of P Hub now. He we were laughing so much about this shit, and he was like, "Oh, willing to sell 1,000 pitchforks and 1,000 torches in Reykjavik. I'm here for all your riot needs."
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad. I kind of wish I was going just to see this shit. And I probably would be like, all right, I'm gonna record all this shit, put it on YouTube.
Note, the Triglavian Times does not endorse real life violence. Just blow someone else up in Eve.
Yeah, other people in Eve can do it. I'm not
There's an
endorsing
HR announcement.
it. Oh fuck.
We do not condone violence unless it's the space kind.
Oh, I love the space kind of violence. All right.
Now, I don't know. How are you feeling about like how things are shaping up after all the changes with compression and stuff?
I like it. Oh fuck. My Orca. Moon Goo is huge for anyone that mines Moon Goo. You know it's big. I mean, Trigor is big too, but Moon Goo is big, especially when you're a dirty high sec miner like me who gets hot dropped
Dirty,
by people sometimes, and by
dirty
people I
high
know
sector.
sometimes. Not having to cycle shit out, like either warp my Orca or do my miasmos trick that I was doing before. Man, there's been a couple times where I've had like 1.5 billion just sitting in my Orca and I haven't had to leave grid yet. Normally it's like, oh cool, I got 20 million ISK. Now I gotta warp to my station and dump it and come back.
True. But it doesn't. Go ahead.
Compelled me to undock an Orca last night in Poshman. Which turned out to be a mistake, but it's also pretty meme as well. So
Well, actually, I have a plan for that, Kylon,
the battle
and
Orca.
I'll explain it to you. No, because if I was doing the math right, technically, if you put a porpoise on grid on the rocks with range boost and speed boost, you can run the core and the compressor from the Athenor tether range and compress wherever you're mining.
Okay.
If you have the T2 rigs to make the field smaller,
Oh, I got you.
which I
I
think
was thinking
where we are
just bring the Orca in for a compression cycle and then warp it out.
At that point, if you're pocketed doing it, at that point, just use a porp.
Yeah, but you can't compress moon ore with a port.
Yeah, I mean, for Moon, yeah, you need the Orca. Could do it that way. I don't know. I won't bring an Orca into Pokemon, so you're ballsy as fuck, Kylon.
Well, I brought it. It was there for like 30 minutes before the Apex fleet showed up.
The only way I'm bringing Orcas into Pokemon is if I have a fleet of battle Orcas with me. I think my battle Orca fit does 958 DPS.
Mm.
well, I don't think it would have stopped what we got into.
No, yeah.
We
No.
got blob.
No. Yeah, no, I don't know. Basically, I have like a month and a half left of my shit, and I'm out of the game. Going back to Pokemon, going back to being a salt miner. Listening to people in Herons bitch at me while I hold their pod down before I kill them so they can yell and cry and whine.
So you're talking about like all your mining and industry tunes. You're just gonna let those go alpha.
Yep, I'm getting rid of everything.
Mm.
I am stripping them down. Eve will get a payday from me. CCP will get a payday from me because I need skill extractors. Oh, I'm ripping them down to nothing. Most of them have started down the line for trig ships, so even if they go alpha, I can't use it. All my mining shit, it's all Tech 2 mining or orcas or other Tech 2 ships. So I'm gonna rip them down to bare bones, steal all their money,
It's sad.
let them all go alpha, and probably never log into them again. And then my main will be a couple million more skill points.
Just don't inject if you're over a certain point.
Oh, I'm at 130. I don't give a shit. They're never coming back online, so I might as well just use the skill points for myself
Yeah, you're right.
instead of paying what almost 700 million now skill injectors are.
Oh yeah, LSIs
Yep.
went way up.
Yep. Probably because all the skill farms are going to go down. I have a
No,
feeling
there's
skill
people that
injectors.
depend on those.
I have a feeling skill injectors will probably by the time everyone's alpha omega accounts are done that have skill farms, I have a feeling skill injectors will probably be over $1 billion Iskapop.
Oof, that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And that hurts me on the inside, bro.
So, I mean, I think it's great because new characters won't be able to just go from 0 to Rocal Pilot anymore, but fuck, I don't know.
Maybe the law and unintended consequences is really gonna hurt CCP with that.
Yeah.
Because they wanted all this stuff, and then they're like, oh no, we can't make so much on Plex for LSIs because people won't buy them at this price.
Yeah. No, they're shooting themselves in the foot in many ways, on many different fronts. So I'm fine with it. Whatever. I'll go back to how it was 6 months ago, 7 months ago, before I started No, it was longer than that. 8 to 10 months ago, before I started spinning up all my alts. That's fine. I don't mind it. I'll go back to my
From
dirty
being
little ways.
hopeful to down to 1, and I've just put the point. I'm at the point of I don't want to sub anymore, and if I don't make my Plex money, well, that's too bad. Because unless they really come out with something mind-breakingly amazing that actually is implemented good, You haven't earned my $20, bro.
Then I'll see you on Tarkov, Reece.
I mean, let's play something else that's better than that. I mean, just saying.
Crusader Kings 3 online.
I guess.
Or start selling Eve Light.
Oh fuck! Isn't that Eve Echoes?
Eh.
All right. So I kind of want to give you guys. I kind of we weren't around because of Easter weekend. So it was a little bit longer break between shows. I know I've been having some fun actually in Eve, surprisingly, as much as we're shit talking Eve. Mainly due, well, CCP news ruins everything, but in-game fun times are fun. So if you guys didn't hear, yeah, we flew a little bit with Noir, which is a lot of fun. Piloting with them a couple times. You're the main damage dealing sector of the entire fleet because we were coming out in Drex or something heavy hitting for them to basically them to do coverage and kill shit while we blow up structures, which is a lot of fun. Um, Worked out a wormhole eviction for a corp that we actually caused the corp that brought us in to evict some not active structures, caused that corp to die that brought us in, which is funny. Stole some members. Been having a fun time with that shit. So yeah, Kybernauts, if you didn't know, are kind of being murked right now.
Well, what about the structure changes coming up?
Yeah.
That's going to be a bit
Yep.
crazy for Podgefin.
Oh, every medium structure is going to die. It's going to be constant timers till someone doesn't pay attention and gives up on paying attention because they're constantly getting refed. The horde
Structure
structures are
timer hell sucks.
yeah.
Oh,
The horde structures. There's a chance they've been being defended right now from Zenuria hitting them just by a pilot controlling it. But I have a feeling those mediums will go down fast. Maybe not as fast as we think, but when the cascade starts, I think a lot of those medium structures are going to disappear. Because what, isn't mediums, you get the shield timer and then armor hull are together? There's only one timer.
hmm. I mean, I'm not 100% sure about all the changes, but I know that it is much easier to burn through.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be a lot faster to
And
burn through. Yeah,
I
Atella will be
mean,
cleared with, like, what, there's like 14 medium structures in Atella?
what I want is the Keep Star and Perimeter taken down.
Oh, I
Please.
want it to die too. I would like
Please.
if they made it so you can't have XL structures in high sec. That would be great. All the null sectors will complain that their free revenue stream is gone, but fuck it, who cares?
But Nullsec has it all, don't you know?
Yeah. Oh, don't you know?
Definitely going to make it more difficult for the small alliances to hold
Yeah.
medium
Yeah.
structures.
That's the other
And
reason why I'm taking all my shit down and
that's
alphing on my
bad news
accounts.
long term, though, in my opinion, because you want small corps, you want small alliances, but right now everything that you keep doing is just like favoring that big null bear.
The null bear. I don't know. I mean, it sucks. I've been a structure owner for about 6 months now, and I hate dealing with fuel because it's just me, myself, and I, and myself, and myself, and myself. But it will suck that a lot of smaller alliances, smaller corps, like the backbone of Eve is industry. It's people making shit And I mean, until I joined Kybernauts, 90% of my Eve career was dealing with mining stuff. Like, I was a dirty miner. We'd join an alliance, we'd mine a shit ton of stuff for them so that they could, take over a wormhole or move out into low sec or, start building up in null sec. And, we basically get like 6 months in that alliance and then we drop out and do something else. Like those small, and I'm talking like 20-man corps where at least 15 of the 20 people were active and dirty miners. That's all we did was log on and mine, make money. And I mean, yeah, I know null blocks, they basically have all that shit in place, but everyone else is going to get the shaft in high sec, low sec, anyone that doesn't actively deal straight with some of those big coalitions.
Well, a friend of mine sent me a DM and said, small to mid-sized wormhole corps are really going to have a hard time.
Well, they're going to
And
evict it a lot faster. Everyone's going to join those big evicting blocks that control a lot of wormholes.
yeah, and here's the thing though, is like people did not see the side effects of doing the bounty index. Is that null blocks need more space with more people, and it's like that just means less and less space for other people.
Oh. Yep.
That's all it means. And we already know on the other server, the Chinese server, it is toxic to have just massive blue blocks
Oh, it
or
is. It
one
is
group.
the epitome of the blue donut. All of those nullsec alliances are blue to each other.
And if they're not,
They
you
get
know,
deleted, and one of the alliances takes over that space. If you
yeah.
look at the stop map, it hasn't. I check it all the fucking time just to see if anything has changed. Nothing has changed in the past 2 years of me checking it.
And it's not fun.
Like
It's not
there,
fun being like that.
zero sob change on Serenity. Zero. Frat should go back and just rage and do Hell War on Serenity. I want to
That'd be
see some
fun to
sob change.
watch.
Like there's nothing. Like
Yeah, that's a good idea. Someone was saying slap a maintenance tax on the TT so high they take it down themselves.
yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Well, all they have to do to make the TTT not work is raise the minimum tax above all the fees at maximum discounts in
Yeah.
an NPC station, and nobody will use the tower for
The
anything.
thing is, they should I don't want to maybe do something for XL structures because fort trading hubs are valuable at like the edge of high sex or in going into null or low sec, like because people don't have to travel as far, so people start using that as their hub if they live in a specific area instead of always going back to Jitta. I think XL structures just basically need to get hit with they need to be out of high sec, period.
I mean, why would you let someone put an XL structure in your empire because of what that really means,
Yeah.
That's basically like the United States Army letting, I don't know, China open up a big base in one of the states. That's
Yep.
basically what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think they should just fuck it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be changed. Unfortunately, I don't think they have the balls to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's start winding down. I gotta run to Allies wormhole and help them out in like 2 hours. So, fun kills or let's do last kind of comments first. CCP, what the fuck? I raised your 30%. I raised your 1/3 subscription fee increase by 1/6 number of account sub. That's my final thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Favorite kill mail?
Yeah, we'll get into that. Well, I won't say the toasty boy we killed because that was different. Let me look at my kill feed really quick. Reece or Kylon, do you want to go?
Go ahead, Kylon.
Oh yeah, probably my favorite since the last show was our engagement with I guess it's Blue Eyes. I don't I don't even know. Here, I'll just post the battle
I
report.
don't, Blue Eyes, whatever. Yeah, I know exactly what alliance you're talking about. Or Corp.
But yeah, we engaged a bunch of Tengus and Nighthawks and did pretty good.
All right.
98.2% efficiency.
That's some good efficiency.
And I got to kill K's and Hooks, which was cool.
I mean, nobody can hate on
I've been
that.
owing him one for a while, so now we're even again.
Reece?
Well, I think it was the fun we had at Redacted Moon. And I got 2 kills with my skiff before the lamos of no blockness decided to jump a 50-person fleet on us.
Oh, Horde.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you got some kills on the skiff. I will just, I'm not going to call it a kill in particular because I was doing a lot of scouting. We'll say the past Friday evening, Thursday evening U.S. time zone. Some of our kitchen sink roam the triangle fun was a lot of fun. A lot of times I was scouting, as I said, so by the time I'd show up, the ship was dead or about to die, so I couldn't lock it up. But it was a lot of fun, kind of roaming around a lot more in the triangle, and surprisingly avoiding all the stupids of nullsec. I said it earlier. I kind of want to shout out to Alexia Card for inviting us along for some of their contracts that they were dealing with. It was a lot of fun flying with the Noir boys. Kind of funny joining comms, and one of the new guys for Declarations of War goes, "Oh, a voice I recognize." You're like, "Oh man, someone Noir listens to my tiny podcast."
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's a lot of fun though flying with them. Any shout outs for you guys?
I just gotta,
Besides CCP, fuck you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've got to express my thanks to Breadfleet with how much content they're providing, especially Cosmic. They do a lot of fun things. They organize a lot of fun adventures for both Breadfleet and Strybog. And honestly, I hope he keeps going for it and hope we can all plex this next couple months and not have to give CCP a dime.
Yeah, I'll second that one. Cosmic is doing a lot of fun stuff with mining.
There you go. Everyone's joining my train. Make money mining. All right, well, that's it. Probably 2 weeks from now we'll have another one, which will be just post FanFest. So probably be keeping an eye on a lot of FanFest stuff. Hopefully reach out to a couple of people that I know are actually going and get their opinions on shit to talk about on the show just after FanFest is done. So until next time, guys, keep murdering shit in the triangle.
Indeed.
Kill all the outsiders. We might be neutral to each other now, Toasty Boys and Strybogs, but outsiders die first.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, see you guys. That's it.
All right, dudes. I'm catching wife aggro. Good show, though.